When my sister told a family court judge that my daughter wasn't safe with me, I sat there and said nothing. 9 weeks later, they arrested her in our mother's driveway. My daughter's name is Nora. She was 4 when her father and I separated and 7 when this ended. I want to be honest about our life then, because everyone assumes there had to be something. I stocked freight overnight at a distribution center and did a medical coding certificate during the day. We lived in a 2-bedroom with a water stain shaped like Ohio on the ceiling. But she was fed, she was read to, she had a bedtime and a dentist, and a stuffed rabbit named Beans that had been washed gray. The first visit came that October. Anonymous report. A woman with a clipboard opened my refrigerator, checked my smoke detectors, asked Nora to lift her sleeves. Unfounded. I threw up after she left, then made dinner like nothing happened. Another in February. Another in June. 2 in 1 month the next spring. Every time. Unfounded. Every time. Another line in a file I couldn't see. My sister Renata is 4 years older and has spent her whole life being the version of me that worked. Married first, house first. The one my mother mentions to her hairdresser. She worked as a records clerk for County Family Services, which she mentioned constantly, and which I never once connected to anything. She said things. At Nora's 6th birthday, in front of my aunts, she said some women just aren't built for it, and there was no shame in letting Nora go somewhere steady. When Nora's father filed to modify custody and Renata testified for him, she cried on the stand about how much she loved her niece. The judge cut me to alternating weekends. Nora screamed in the parking lot. I can still hear it. Thanksgiving, I went out to her car to borrow a phone charger. Her tote tipped off the passenger seat when I opened the door. On top of the papers was a home visit narrative about my apartment, my caseworker's name on it, my case number in the corner, and handwriting in the margin that was hers. Notes, things to add. I sat in her car and photographed every page and put it all back exactly how it fell. I did not confront her, though part of me wanted to walk into that dining room and turn the table over. Monday morning, I called the county privacy office and requested a formal accounting of everyone who had accessed my case. The clerk sounded bored. She said 6 weeks. It took 9. Renata's credentials had opened my file 61 times in 3 years. She had used an internal intake line that logged reports without caller identification. She had edited a narrative from a visit she never attended, adding a paragraph about alcohol in my home. She had initialed a caseworker's signature block on a summary that went to the court. Every report that put a stranger in my kitchen had come from a computer 3 miles away, logged in as my sister. She couldn't take Nora from me, honestly. So she built a paper version of me that no judge would give a child to, then sat on my couch and told me I'd brought it on myself. I gave the county everything. It went to legal, then to the sheriff. Unauthorized access to protected records, falsifying government documents, forgery. They took her at my mother's Christmas dinner in front of the neighbors. My mother went down on the front steps. Renata shouted across the yard that I had always wanted her life. She lost her job that week and will never work in that system again. Her husband moved out in January. My mother told me I had destroyed my own sister, and we haven't spoken since. I've made my peace with that being permanent. In February, she called from a blocked number. I asked one question. Why? She said our mother had stopped looking at her the way she looked at Nora. The court vacated the modification in March. Nora came home on a Tuesday with her backpack and Beans under one arm and asked me very seriously whether the clipboard lady was coming back. I told her no. She thought about it, then asked if that meant she could put her drawings back on the fridge. I said yes. She has covered the whole door.